Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Super Bowl Sunday edition of the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. This is set to be a fan favorite as our mailbox is overfilled like Thom's ass while he's getting pegged. But he's a company man willing to do whatever it takes to get ahead. Unless, of course, there's a request that a single pound is shed. Unless, of course, it's from the shaven hair from atop his head. He could have dropped more than a ton of that if he instead trimmed the hair upon his back. Now it's time to get the podcast started. Ooh, Tom, don't be mad. I just farted. What's been up, man? How are you?
Hey, I did have Erica shave my back as soon as I shaved my head.
That's a very good idea. Because
Like
did it expose how hairy you were?
No, I could always see it in the mirror.
Are you familiar with George the Animal Steel? If I say that, no. I'm going to look him up.
Probably some sort of wrestler.
He is a wrestler. He actually licked my face one time.
That's disgusting.
Well, that's kind of his thing. He also ate the turnbuckles. You know what I'm talking about? Like the padded corner. He would tear them with his teeth and then eat the foam padding inside.
That's disgusting.
I have pieces of it.
Fuck, I was going to tell you something. I totally forgot what it was. It's not important, I guess.
Here we go. So for everybody at home, I just pulled up a picture of George the Animal Steel, a.k.a. Tommy's twin, Tommy's doppelganger.
For realsies, yo. If I shave my face and I grow some more hair.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there. See, that guy right there, right? Why would you go through all the trouble of shaving your head bald and then not shave the rest?
Well, he can wear it. The look, as far as wrestling goes, is a great look because it's unique, but you don't want to look like that, like when you're walking around on a normal day. So he kind of just, when he takes his shirt off, he looks like a fucking freak.
He definitely looks like a freak. I remember what I was going to say to you, Pat. While I appreciate all the feedback we got for this episode, I think it was a great response. A lot of them aren't from loyal listeners. A lot of them are people that you text and had them respond to the email.
I feel like you say that like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it'd be nice if your friends would listen to the show. All my friend do.
Did you say friend?
Yeah.
All right. That's true. 100% of your friend listen to the show.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Griffin.
And he emailed in 3 emails.
That motherfucker, I texted him. I was at his facility and texted him. I was like, hey, you working? He texted me like 3 hours later and was like, no.
Well, he's partying.
I doubt that.
He wasn't at work.
That's true.
All right. So you want to start mail time?
Let's break in.
YouTube, what up? I guess nobody's in the chat today. Thanks for watching. Mace Face, what's up?
Where'd you put the
Carissa, what's up?
Upcoming. Oh, I see him. You didn't move them.
What?
The emails.
No, I didn't delete them. By the way. Since we're live on YouTube, I might as well tell you this. I've never played a PS3 in my life.
PS3?
Yeah.
So let's change it to PS2.
Well, it doesn't matter. You already pulled the article.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to pull it. It takes about 5 seconds.
All right. Carissa, Mason, how are the Fords this morning? Mason, you a little tired? We were up a little late ski. Not gonna lie to you, kind of want to play some more today. What are you guys doing for the Super Bowl? Come on. We're gonna play more today? Super Bowl's not until like 6:30.
Mason, what did you think of the super fucking dope new lights that Tommy put in?
Yeah, being stoned in our house. Yeah, I hear you. I heard this shit's supposed to go until Tuesday.
I buy that. It's like a slow and steady pounding that we're taking right now.
Yeah, my favorite. I mean, what?
What the fuck?
Are you ready?
Just taking a quick look through. I mean, this is clearly opinion based. We need something fact based.
Well, is it really? I mean, they're all really opinion based.
Not if you go based on sales, which is kind of how I assumed IGN did it.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. We do have to beat the fucking girl again. I forgot about that. I'm down. We know how to do it now, and I'll just be a little bit more easy with the explosives. You know what I mean? Not throw them right away. Pat, you should really be watching this game we're playing. It's fucking dope. I'm going to do a little recap of it here on the show today.
Okay.
For Dip Dizzy. You know what I mean?
Yes, because he specifically requested it. I know what you mean.
Yeah, because we got beat in the game that got hit from behind like Pat in his dreams.
What happened?
Mason said you like it from the back in your dreams.
What the fuck? I just got victimized by Mason for no reason.
It happens.
All right. I've got this one.
So fake. Whoa.
There you go, buddy.
All right. You ready to do
I
mail
don't
time?
understand how you went from PS2 to PS4.
Well, see, PS2 was out when I was in high school. PS3 came out when I was homeless, so I couldn't afford one. And then
I thought you bought the PS3 and started gaming. That was the PS4. That's how recent it was.
yeah, Erica got it for me for Christmas.
I knew that Erica got it for you for Christmas, which she didn't because you got it in like fucking June, but whatever.
No, what are you talking about? I got it a week before Christmas.
Yeah, still not Christmas.
Okay. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Texting and shit. Pat, we got a shit ton of mail today.
Sure did.
Shit ton. So let's just, Pat, I know that you don't, which you should probably learn how to do this because I might not be on the stream next Sunday. But you see all these? Those are all the emails.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty clearly labeled.
Yeah. But I had to add them in. It's quite a process. I did it yesterday because I knew it was going to take me a long time. But either way, let's get to the first one. Oh boy, I switched them around. I don't know which one we're on. This one came from M.
Oh, yeah. This is a buddy of mine from a previous place of employment, also a wrestling fan.
Yeah, so you know he's not cool. But anyway, after careful consideration, you are the weirdest motherfucker in the world. How it is that I attract such odd people to me probably says more about me than I would prefer to acknowledge. Of all the strange shit you've brought up to me over the past 10 years, plus a friendship, this one takes the cake. I choose pegging. Sincerely, M.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we should do a little tally, Pat, because I think you said people were split 50-50. Of all the people,
that's why we brought this to the show, was because it was so split. However, what you'll see in the email is a very steady trend in one direction. There is no 50-50 split at this point.
Well, and so far, everybody I've asked that doesn't listen to the show, I would say 95% of them went one way.
Which is ironic because the way that they're going proves that they're willing to go both ways.
Well, kind of. I mean, either one of these you choose, you're willing to go both ways.
I disagree.
Okay. You want to read this one?
Sure. Rocket sends us pegging by my wife 100%. Plus, I'm circumcised. So, yeah. Here's the thing, and I should have thought of not including Rocket because Rocket would allow his wife to peg him on a normal day. Like
Facts.
He is
no cap on a stack.
He really, really would let his wife do anything.
Facts. Oh, That's bothering me. Those are out of order now. Griff says, if these are my only two options, I'll take death by firing squad, please.
Griff, that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you are not the only one who went that route. Silver Fox sends in and says, a peg from the wife is easier to bury in the mental than a docking. Christ, when are you two going to come out of the closet? Ain't no half pegging. Silver Fox.
Silver Fox was on the live stream last night. It was good to see him in the chat. All right, let's get to this one. There's a fucking couple long ones in here.
Dirty sends, it's the dirty one here. I'd take a pegging from the wife rather than a cock docking. Reason being, dick and balls are fucking gross. Dirty out. At least Dirty gave his answer and explained his logic.
Yeah.
Oof. This is possibly my favorite one. Am I reading this? All right.
Yeah, you're reading that. I was reading Mason's thing.
Carissa.
Hold on, let's read Mason's thing in the chat. You being circumcised doesn't stop the dock, just turns you to the plug instead of the outlet. Yeah, so after this was explained to me some more, it's one circumcised and one uncircumcised penis.
Well, on Urban Dictionary, both are circumcised. That's where the confusion set in.
Both were uncircumcised.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
What did I say? Both are circumcised?
Yeah.
My beef. So, Carissa sends in, hey guys. So first off, the question of the week is not very inclusive. You know, Carissa, I foresaw that being an issue. Being that docking...
Everything has to be fair shit, you know.
It doesn't. She doesn't complain. She just points it out like, hey, you know, I'm trying to help here. So she says it's not very inclusive. Being that docking is only referred to men, in the act of pegging, it would be me doing the act. So I'm just going to comment on both. Docking, I find it strange, but if that's what gets you off, have at it. And pegging, I mean, again, if that's what you're into, cool. If Mace wanted to try it, then I'd be okay. Mind you, he doesn't, so don't get any ideas, guys.
Sure he doesn't. That's why she brought it up.
That was the nicest thing you could have put, Carissa, because we both know, and by both, I mean Tom and I, that Mason, as soon as he heard this question, was like, Carissa, we got to try a couple things. I want to see which one I'd prefer. But anyways, but I'm also a very open person. So I see it as my friend says. I don't yuck someone else's yum. I got to tell you, that will officially be a slogan of the Number 9 podcast. Don't yuck someone else's yum.
Yeah.
Carissa, that is, whoever that fucking friend is brilliant for that.
Yeah. Fact.
I love it.
I'm writing this down as we speak because I think that's a possible show title. Yeah,
Don't Yuck My Yum could be a segment title. Like every week we could have like somebody with a foot fetish, you know? And just like, yo, don't yuck their yum, bro. That's what they're into.
You should see me try to dock that strap. All right. This is another long one, I think. Yeah. Oh, boy.
All right. This one comes in from Don Lindsay, who, fair warning, takes shots, Tom.
Yeah.
He says,
of shots.
Thom, I was legitimately concerned when you told me you have no time for movies. And who has time for movies? I was apologetic that I made you watch such a lengthy, time-consuming cinematic adventure known as Gangs of New York. So when you say you spent your Saturday night playing video games for 5 hours, I retract my guilt, and I switch it to bewilderment. What adult man has enough time to watch Twitch for 5 hours? It's gay. Respect flew out the window like that one shoe you see on the highway. BT Dubs, I respect so much that he actually wrote out BT Dubs. BT Dubs,
I don't know.
I would take the pegging.
Means.
BTW, by the way.
Oh, I get it.
BT Dubs, I would take the pegging. There's a slight bit of familiarity and trust with the wife. Erect dicks, prime for docking, are not my thing. Sincerely, Don Lindsay. P.S. 49ers suck.
So
a lot of good points in this email.
I'm going to have rebuttals for all of them. First off, Don Lindsay's a Cowboys fan. So what fucking platform do you have to talk about?
Eek.
All right. That's number one. Number two is I play video games for 5 hours for the show. It's part of my job. Just like watching the movie. The problem is...
Time out. Before you did the live stream of the video games, Did you ever sit around and play video games for 5 hours?
Straight?
Yeah.
Not very often. Why are you looking at me like that?
I just clearly you are playing a character on a show.
I'm not playing.
I thought I was talking to the real Tommy.
What are you talking? Like, I wouldn't say it was once a week like we're doing now.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, but I have not very often.
All right.
It was probably like 3, 4 hours, maybe 6, 10, whatever.
But he's not. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, like, I have no problem watching a movie. The problem is it's hard. Like, here's the thing, right? Saturday nights, when I get home from work, like if I were working on Saturday, it's hard to watch a 3-hour movie and then get up and do the podcast. Just like, but I've been off on Saturdays. Like, there's been a big change in my schedule. So coming home and watching a 3-hour movie after I worked all day, I'm not getting home till 6. You watch a movie. Even if I start watching as soon as I got home, it's 9 o'clock. I'm an old man, dude. I like going to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock the latest.
I don't know how you do that.
What, go to bed that early?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like being tired when I wake up.
I think we've had this conversation that I had an epiphany that I think I battle depression, even though I'm never in a bad mood. But there are like weeks at a time where I like don't want to get out of bed, or when I get home, I go straight to bed. I'm on a tear of like a month where I have unlimited fucking energy. I can't go to. I stayed up Friday night till 4:30 in the morning and woke up at 8 on Saturday, and I'm perfectly fine. I went to bed last night at like 11:30.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know. I see your point. Now imagine, and I mean, like, truly, what a shout out to fucking Erica here. Imagine if you had this kid, Colin, and you had this full-time job, and you had to come home, and you had to make dinner for you guys. You had to clean the house because obviously the kid's going to leave a fucking mess. No matter how good your kid is, they're not good at cleaning. You know what I mean? And you had to fit in like a movie with Colin every once in a while, or you tried to do the podcast or try to do the live stream.
Yeah, sorry.
Like, Erica is a fucking godsend. She takes so much off of your plate.
Absolutely.
I try to make it a point. Like, Emily came over last night, but she worked yesterday. So when she got there, food was ready, house was clean. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So we did have time to watch a movie and do all the other things that we enjoy.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, so those are my rebuttals done. You can go fuck yourself and the Cowboys suck.
I should mention he is openly a very regretful Cowboys fan. Like, he's not happy about being a Cowboys fan.
Well, no, but I mean, but at least, you know what? There's a lot to say about character when you stick with that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did that for years with the Niners. And even this year, they weren't that great. They were okay.
I would say they were terrible.
Mason said Erica also puts a lot on my plate by the looks of it. Real nice.
Because I said she takes a lot off of your plate. That's fucking great. Good for you, Mason.
All right. You ready to read this one, Pat?
Dip, dizzy, whistle. Dip, 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 dizzy, whistle. Shoots in. I call bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Screaming at the top of my lungs. Bullshit. No way Chicken Shit Pat will ever eat that chip. That's a reference to the potato chip challenge, which, by the way, in response to that, I will be eating 2 chips. Dip, dizzy, whistle challenge accepted. Yes, I have pulled over on the side of the road to write this. Thami, why would you ever bet him? Why? We all know he will come up with so many ridiculous excuses as to how he can't eat the chip. Thami is a man of his word. Chicken shit has a lot to prove. You think throwing up because of baby food relinquishes you from your word is total bullshit. I will not let this go. I want to see blood. I want to see steel entering Chicken Shit Pat's flesh. That explosion of fluid as it penetrates him. Man up, Chicken Shit Pat. Be more like Thami. As for the ridiculous question of the week, I really can't answer that. Neither of them sound in any way enjoyable. And I'm not even curious about either, so fucking kill me. Dip. Dip. You personally have watched me staple things to myself. I don't understand what your obsession here is. I will gladly do it. The thing is, we only are doing 1 punishment per challenge. So if we get our Instagram to 200 viewers, or if we get the Twitter to, what are we going to?
Twitter?
Twitter?
I think Twitter and YouTube and Twitch should all be 50. because those seem harder to get followers.
So one of them is going to be the stapler. One of them is going to be the chip challenge. I'm ready for all of those things, but you guys, we're counting on you guys to get us there. Well, I can't give it up for free. I'm not some whore.
Pat and I were talking the other day. When we get to 50 on Twitch, whatever we decide to do is going to be with Mason, because Mason has a huge part in getting the Twitch channel to 50. And let's face it, he's part of the number 9 with Tommy team.
Yeah, and I have very, very little to do with Twitch other than making fun of Tom's next door neighbor.
Get it? Because he Twitches. He doesn't live there anymore. He has a kid, by the way.
Yeah, I see pictures all the time on Facebook.
Yeah, he got put in Facebook prison, so.
He's out.
Yeah, I know. So it was like he really got out of prison.
Yeah, he had like a fucking prison release party.
Okay, so this one, Pat emailed in, which I really went back and forth on whether or not to add this to the show, because it's not fair. I was told by a number 9er who wishes to remain nameless that he's leaning towards the dark side.
You like that? Like the dark side?
Here's my problem with it. I think Pat saw all the emails coming in where everybody's leaning towards.
No. This guy, I don't even want to say what he does, but he's in a position where his name can't be associated with the types of things that we talk about, because it's it's not a normal job, if that makes sense. He could lose his job over involvement with us because of the culture that we're in America. I can tell you who he is off the podcast and why.
Do I know him?
You do, yeah. Yeah, you know. What's important is that he is a big fan. He listens religiously. And I've spoken with him about the style that we're doing this in, how we're kind of just like ghetto passing him in for now. He's going to set up an email account under a fake name so that he can continue to reply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, still don't think it should have been added. But anyway. And the last one. This one doesn't have anything to do with the email question. But this one comes in from Griff.
By the way, when I read this, I didn't need to do any math.
I realized it's 16 times 16, not 16 times 32. I read because it's 2 teams playing. As soon as I was like, oh, we're fucking idiots.
I'd like to point out that you were telling me what numbers to punch on this.
So anyway,
you led us down that asshole pavement.
But you also didn't. And all right, let me read the email. The depths to which you were wrong about how many games are in the NFL regular season borders in hilarious. Just FYI, there's 256 games, fellas. And then this was a separate email. Guys, is this a gag reel episode? Did you actually watch I Am Legend? Because Will Smith's death didn't get eaten by zombies. And the best part of I Am Legend was Batman vs. Superman Easter egg in Times Square. Correct. So I don't remember ever saying that Will Smith got eaten by zombies.
You definitely did.
I don't.
That's how the movie ends, according to you.
Well, because he throw. Yeah, kinda.
Well,
I did say that.
I'm hearing he got eaten by zombies. Then I'm hearing no, he didn't get eaten by zombies. Now I'm hearing kinda.
Okay, so this is what happened.
I need clarification.
Spoiler alert. He has a grenade and he runs out into the room and lets the grenade go off. So he doesn't get eaten by zombies, but if there's any left, he got eaten afterwards.
Hold on. So this man literally falls on a grenade, like, I would catch a grenade for you. And you left that part out?
You get all upset when I ruin movies.
That's all you do. That's like your whole thing.
So I try to appease you one time, Pat, and you're mad.
Well, first off, to your point, you gave us a false ending to the movie. You're doing a movie review. If you say, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, that's one thing. If you say, I'm going to tell you how it ends, but you're actually lying.
He said I said it multiple times, though. Like, that would have been the only time that I said his dog got bit by a zombie and he had to kill it. That was sad.
This guy threw a grenade and killed himself. And you were like, that's the same thing as getting eaten by zombies?
Well, it definitely got eaten by zombies afterwards.
Do you see it?
No.
Huh.
He throws the grenades, it blows up.
Awfully presumptuous of you.
Yeah, anyway. So, Griff, I'm sorry. I did watch the movie.
Zombies don't eat dead people. Zombies eat the living.
No, they ate them when they're dead, too. They fucking eat them.
Do they?
In the movie, they did, yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think that sticks with zombie culture.
He also sent me in, I don't remember. He must have texted to me. that because I said I could see how The Walking Dead was based off this movie. He definitely clarified for me that The Walking Dead was based off a comic book series that was made in the 90s. He was super upset about that I said that.
Okay, hold on. Let's rewind because we've got some comments. Erica, going back to I said she takes a lot off your plate, and Mason said she also puts a lot onto it. Erica said, just to be clear, I don't make his plate, just the meals, which he usually doesn't like, by the way. Yeah, he's a real fucking whiner about his meals.
Yeah, facts.
Erica, I think you should make him fucking chicken nuggets and french fries every night until he fucking can't stand it.
I love chicken nuggets and french fries.
See?
But more importantly,
never complain.
But more importantly here, for as big as I am, you'd never guess that I was a picky eater. That's
a valid point. That's I always say when I tell people I don't like dessert foods, I always say, I know, you can't tell. That's meat and potatoes, I promise.
Yeah.
Mason said on Twitch, we're halfway to our 50.
Well, not really half. We're at 24, Mason. Don't. Yeah.
Wow. You're correcting somebody after saying that getting eaten by zombies and throwing a grenade at yourself are the same thing. No, that's fine. Accuracy check from Thami. Mason also said the best pet of I Am Legend got choked out.
True story.
Which pet?
His dog.
You just said the dog got eaten by zombies.
Yeah, and then he had to kill it.
Oh, so the dog gets bit by a zombie and then he chokes it out. Benoit style.
He takes it home to try to see if it's going to turn, and then he turns and he had to choke. It was very.
I'm just throwing it out there. If I'm the only motherfucker left on the planet that I know of, or the only one on my side, anyways, and I have a pet dog and he gets bit by a zombie, I'm putting 2 right between the fucking eyes on that and moving on. I'm not going to wait to see if he turns. Seems like a very big gamble from Mr. Will Smith.
Picky in that he loves Domino's. I don't get it.
She's saying you're picky about your food. The only thing you like is Domino's.
I do like Domino's. It was delicious last night. Although I didn't get to eat when it was hot because I was streaming with Mason. But we'll talk about the stream after.
Where'd you get Domino's?
Torrington.
Really?
Yeah, there's one down in South End.
And I always see really good commercials.
No, you're thinking of Pizza Hut.
They have amazing commercials. So much of what Pizza Hut's making makes me want to just start a Pizza Hut chain and just die fat.
I haven't had pizza in so long, and I see these commercials, especially during football season. You see a ton of them.
Yeah, they look amazing.
And I'm like, motherfucker. Actually, Erica got a call the other night from a guy delivering Papa John's. Not around here. It was out in Danbury. I literally thought about driving out to Danbury to get Papa John's.
Really? For the garlic sauce?
Well, Domino's has the garlic sauce. Their pizza's good.
I don't know. I'm like a Pizza Hut guy, for sure.
Carissa said, my first real cried during that. My first real cried.
My first real boyfriend.
Cried during that part of the movie. Found out his dog had just died. That's sad.
What an awkward position you were in, Carissa.
That's rough.
That is fucking dreadful.
What a bitch. Well, good thing you found Mason. All right, so that's it for mail time. I want to thank everybody that emailed
said
in.
You can really taste the racism in Papa's Pizza.
Classic.
That's good. Speaking of, hey, did you listen to Canceled? The Tom McDonald song that dropped?
I did. I put it on yesterday while I was working in the room here.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get to listen to it, though.
It is fucking fascinating. He does this whole scheme about like the sheeple that are Americans. And he says that he will lock up the sheep and turn the key and walk away, and refers to himself as a wolf. Like the scheme is fantastic. The song starts out very slow and deliberate, and like you can just clearly understand exactly what he's saying and where he's going. But then every once in a while it drops into like this double or triple time rap, and it's really, really good.
Maybe at the end of the stream we'll play it for the people on the live stream.
We can. It's not as good as Fake Woke. Obviously, Fake Woke was top 2. That's probably one of his top 4 songs ever.
Right now on Spotify, it is.
Well,
it's already moved
on iTunes. They're number 2 and number 3 on the charts.
Yeah. So
this one motherfucker with no record deal, no producer, no PR, no publicist has 2 number 3 songs on the chart.
Hold on, let's end mail time because I just keep this in mind. Don't let me forget. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for emailing in. Make sure you keep sending in email responses. number9podcast@gmail.com.
I will be texting you guys for the new question today. And what I will follow, I'll put into that text. You should really listen to the episode.
Yeah.
So that maybe we can get some followers out of it.
Absolutely. Lost my mouse again. He's so faithful.
She shit the bed.
Oh, the thing? There's only one upstairs, by the way.
I have about 1,000. I did my taxes.
Nice. Come on,
Not
Red.
bad.
Nice. So, Pat, you said that Tom McDonald, it's crazy how he has top 2 songs on...
2 of the top 3.
Two
Cardi B is sitting at number 1. She took over Fake Woke's spot.
Okay. So, you're a person... So, this is a guy that's rapping to what's going on in America right now, right?
Yeah, he's woke.
Okay. I guess.
Well, I mean, that's he's talking about what's going on around him.
Okay. So, you hate Toby Keith because you say that he
He's a jingoist. There's a difference.
A what?
A jingoist. Jingoism is somebody who capitalizes on patriotic feelings. Toby Keith, when 9/11 happens, becomes a fucking ultra star. And he was already popular. He already had big songs. Toby Keith took advantage of 9/11 and used it as a platform to become a fucking legend.
Do you really think that was his intent? Or that's just what happened? I think you gave Toby Keith a bad name by saying that. I think he's a very patriotic person.
The only evidence that supports your argument is that Toby Keith did do a lot of those USO shows.
Yeah. How many is Tom McDonald, though?
Tom McDonald's not talking about U.S. soldiers. He's not capitalizing on U.S. soldiers in any way.
Okay.
I will say Alan Jackson did a couple songs, but again, Alan Jackson wasn't rebel rousing. He wasn't out there like, yeah, let's put a boot in their ass. That's the American way. He was like, hey, man, where were you when this all went down? This was a really bad time.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I just think that your hate for Toby Keith is misplaced.
I wouldn't even say it's hate. I don't support. The dude just started putting out albums that were about nothing but
America.
Well,
maybe something inside of him fucking lit up, and he was like, I'm gonna fucking sing about this because this inspires me to sing harder.
Maybe we should look.
I don't think he saw
who's credited for writing his songs. Maybe it was him.
I don't think he saw it as cha-ching.
I bet you his record label did.
Well, that's totally different.
By the way, speaking of country music artists that
they both teeter on pandering, Mason says.
Oh, Dip Dizzy Whistle in the motherfucking chat.
Dip. Thanks, Dip.
All it took was a national holiday like Super Bowl Sunday to free up Dip Dizzy Whistle's schedule so he could be on the show.
Super excited to see Dip in the chat.
Dip, we already did mail time where we talked about you calling me out on being not a man of my word, which, by the way, go fuck yourself, but that happened already.
Yeah.
Mason said the one and only Dip.
Dip, I gotta say, I've really been enjoying your emails lately.
I gotta say,
you're in the chat.
Dip, what you missed was me saying that I will eat 2 of these motherfucking chips while Mason and Tommy only eat 1. I don't know how much I'm going to regret this. Here's the trick. I'm going to.
I don't even think you're going to get through one.
Do you have to get through again?
Are you going to vomit again?
I assume so. I assume we all will.
By the way, for those of you listening to the podcast, you can now check out "Thank You to Instagram Followers" on YouTube. That's the video of Pat vomiting of baby food, and I can tell you this: the amount of times I've watched it, I will never, ever be able to be around baby food again.
How about corned beef, canned corned beef hash? Because that's what that shit smelled like.
Corned beef!
Oh, Erica said jingoism is defined as an extreme patriotism, especially in the form of aggression or warlike foreign policy. Nothing about gaining money from this. No, he's exploiting jingoism. He is a jingoist.
Yeah, Erica, get it together. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because you said that about that. So I will not vomit from the spicy chip.
What's up with your wife fact-checking my fucking vocabulary in the middle of the show? Erica, that's fucked up.
I love it. Thank you, Erica.
Here's me supporting you, explaining how important you are in Tom's life. Here's you fact-checking me to see if you really are important in Tom's life.
So look, before we get into the PS2 reviews, or the top 50 games,
it's actually the top 10.
Since Dip's on the live stream, I might as well. I was going to do this either way, but Mason and I finished the Forest last night. We found Timmy. Timmy.
That's the kid. Yep.
Timmy was dead. Timmy was dead. We had to fight this crazy spider leg person.
Hold on. Time out. Mason said not to be confused with Djangoism. Djangoism. I don't know if the D is silent or the J is silent.
That's when you pretend to be a dentist to kill people.
To kill racists.
He's using the Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. What the fuck? Mason, again, already seems to be on a tear. Mason last week was the highlight of our show. Here we go again.
So we finished the forest last night. So when you get to the end, right, there's 2 paths that you can take. You can choose to take down another plane to save Timmy, or you don't take down the plane, you shut down the thing that takes down the planes. Okay? So the first run, at first,
I like that you have the choice to be a good guy or a bad guy in this game.
Well, so at first, Mason and I were like, we know what we have to do here. We're not going to take down the plane. You know?
What?
Well, because listen, but then
I love it.
So, but we were playing with Phobic and Panachronic last night, but they weren't with us. They were off doing their own thing. And
when you say that Panachronic is one of the best gamer tags I've ever heard. Good for him.
So, yeah, save Timmy. So, well, they had to exit the game because all 4 of us had to be at that spot if you have 4 people in the game.
Yeah.
So they had to leave the game so Mason and I could finish it. So they left. And then while they were like saving and exiting and stuff, and I was like, Mason, it's a fucking video game. Like, just so that we're clear here, in real life, we know what the right answer is.
Yeah, you take down the fucking plane.
No, you don't take down the plane to save your kid. You let those people live. There's no reason to kill them all.
Wait, hold on. Explain the 2 options again.
So you either take down the plane to get a child, and okay, you need a live child.
I thought the planes were like their form of attack. So, okay. No. The planes have Timmy. If you take down the plane, you save Timmy.
The plane has a child that you can use, if it's still alive, to bring Timmy back to life. Like, there's a machine that'll bring Timmy back to life. So you have to take down a plane, get Timmy, or get a child, and you bring Timmy back to life. Or you shut down the machine that takes down the planes, and everybody lives, and you don't get Timmy back.
Oh, so you got to do that.
Yeah, in real life.
Yeah.
But in the video game.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's see what happens.
Okay.
So we take down the plane. And then it goes into a year later, you're off the island, you're on some fucking talk show, and Timmy fucking and he's like real twitchy and shit, dude. It's real weird. And he collapses, and then it goes into the future, and basically what they're doing is they're setting up for the forest, which is coming out this year.
What's that one called? The Rainforest?
I don't know. It lives of many.
It's the lives of many versus the lives of one.
Yeah, pretty much. So then once we finish, right, the game just ends. Right? So I'm like, well, Mason, we have to go back and do it the other way and see what happens.
Yeah.
So we go back, but you have to, I forgot that it brings you back to the last place you saved. Luckily, we saved right before the last boss.
Yep.
So we had to go in and kill the boss again. We go and do it. And basically, you just go back. Oh, it's called the Son of the Forest.
Okay.
And then you just go back. You just leave the cave, pretty much. And you're back out on this fucking island. But like we went into our book, like you start going insane. You can make a car out of wood, a TV out of wood.
That's pretty sweet.
So you can like have all it's all fucked up. So Mason and I did some research after the stream last night, and there's like more things that you can do. And you can build an SOS. Right? So I'm thinking we go explore some more and do some. Oh, yeah, you can do a stick figure, family, and dog.
That's amazing.
One of them is called Timmy.
Nice.
So I think Mason and I are going to get back into the game and finish and like see what we can do.
Hey, I just got a text from Dip Daisy Whistle. It is a picture of him with his head shaved bald with a beard. And it says, I just want to be like Tommy.
I love it.
That's pretty good. Hey, Dip, I know you didn't send me a black and white photo, but there's a lot of gray in it. I'm just saying.
No cap on a stack, bro.
That beard is, Gandalf the Great.
So, Pat and I are going to do PS2 reviews. We were going to do PS3, but Pat didn't realize I've never played a PS3 in my life. So, here we go. there.
Oh
This is going to be a long episode.
boy, I did do. What is it? Top. I thought it was top 10.
25.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, so number 1 on the list, or number 25 on the list is Guitar Hero 2. Yeah, how many hours did you play Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero for me was something that I played in groups. Like it was there's a 2-player way to play or a 1-player. It was not something I played by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I fucking loved Guitar Hero. Dude.
Really?
Dude. Well, because so it came out when I was a kid. That's I was in my mid-teens, and there's nothing cooler to a teenager than
being a rock star.
Than being a rock star and being able to shred a fucking guitar.
Okay.
So this is nothing like shredding a guitar, but just that thought of it, right?
I can't believe that the idea died as quickly as it did. Guitar Hero was a great game, and that
talking about, you still get it.
Yeah, but they're not making, like, we're not playing Guitar Hero 15 right now.
That's true.
And Rock Band when it had the drums, the guitars.
Yeah,
like
Rock Band's fucking sick.
I don't understand how that went to the wayside, but
it's like the ultimate. It's like the like Mario Party. Yeah, the newer age party game. You know, like you get all your friends together and you play fucking. You're a band. I love going to like when Colin was little.
Mm-hmm.
I would take him to Chuck E. Cheese and they had Guitar Hero, and I would just straight up play it for hours.
You know, for a place that like adults really shouldn't get any joy out of, Chuck E. Cheese is pretty badass. Like the food's not terrible.
No, I actually like their pizza. It's not bad.
It's cheap as shit.
Well, not when you're taking Colin, but yeah. Jesus.
Let's see. Mason said PS2 can't wait. The first Grand Theft Auto that wasn't bird's eye view. Yes,
Facts.
Sir, that is true. Maybe you'll do the PS2 episode with me. Rock Band added vocals and everything. Also true.
We're doing PS2 now.
Oh, maybe you'll do PS3 with me, Mason. Who knows?
Yeah. Sly Cooper 2.
Oh yeah, no, we're skipping down to 22. 22, NBA The Street Volume 2. This was arcade style. This was street basketball. You could unlock street and NBA Legends. This game was fucking awesome. This was like NBA Jam, but significantly better.
See, so I played NBA Jam. That was out on Sega, right?
He's a diaper dandy, baby. Yeah, with Dick Vitale.
Yeah. I've never been into basketball games. If I'm playing a sports game, it's either racing or it's football.
Okay.
Those are the two I play. I did play some baseball with you. We did that.
I believe we played hockey as well.
No, I've never owned a hockey game.
Hockey's great.
That's hard, man.
This is it. I won the Super Bowl in Madden, finally, 5th season. Fucking about time. And I'm going to finish this last year that I'm in, and then I'm switching to hockey.
All right. Kingdom Hearts 2, you ever play that?
Nope. Tony Hawk Underground, though, number 20.
Now, this game, like, just hours upon hours.
This is the thing legends are made of.
Yeah. So my brother has always been better at video games than I was, and my brother was fucking nasty.
Tony Hawk was such a good game, such a good series of games, that Tony Hawk made you want to go skateboard.
Yeah, I mean, in the mid-'90s, early 2000s, skateboarding was the cool thing to do.
Well, Tony Hawk, I mean, truly bridged the gap between, like, skateboarding is for, like...
hipsters.
Well, no, now it is. No, skateboarding is kind of this underground thing that only certain people like, to very much mainstream pop culture. I still, like, if I catch a Tony Hawk video on YouTube or on, like, Facebook, I can't not watch it because he's just so fucking good at what he does. The video game was extremely fun. It included, you know, like, you had to use all of the buttons. It just was all the way around a fucking fantastic time.
You actually had to be somewhat skilled. Like, it wasn't like you had to be skilled at playing video games to actually do some fucking sick shit on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no button mashing would have worked in Tony Hawk.
No.
Number 16, For Your Sake, Burnout Revenge.
No, I don't think I ever played this. Is this?
It's a racing game.
I played a lot of Need for Speed games on there.
Similar, but Need for Speed. Revenge had different game modes.
Okay.
I prefer Need for Speed myself because it was much more realistic. Number 14, Devil May Cry 3. The Devil May Cry series was fucking huge. I don't think I ever played a Devil May Cry, but I know everybody in the world did other than me.
I'm going to go, I've never played any of these other ones. I'm going to go right down to 10, God of War.
Oh, you skipped over Bully. Number of line was Bully.
I've never played that. What's that about?
I'm going to read it to you. Disbarred attorney and video game industry pest Jack Thompson would have you believe that Bully is a game without merit, a public nuisance, a Columbine simulator. In truth, Rockstar's Bully is anything but. In fact, Bully is a game where you fight back against bullying, build social networks that connect various insular groups, and where you are, in fact, punished for not attending class. So Bully, kind of like the Nerd's Revenge, man, but it was very much blasted publicly.
It sounds like a great game to play now.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad game. It was fun.
So the reason I stopped at God of War, now I have never played God of War, but Griff loves it and has played every single one of them. I actually wouldn't mind getting into them to see what they're about because they seem pretty sick. Like this picture here looks fucking dope.
Yeah, Game of War certainly known for its graphics, its gameplay. Not my cup of tea because again, it's that style of fighting that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I have watched my cousin play, who's actually a what's that, affiliated? And
Twitch affiliate?
Yeah, he was big into God of War back before his affiliation.
I think we have to stop at Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X was I can't believe it's not Final Fantasy X-2 that it's talking about because that was the first sequel.
No, I've never played Final Fantasy. I've never got into them, but it's one of the biggest games.
Yeah, this is that same style of fighting where it's like you hit, then I hit, then you hit, and you're getting hit
like
points.
A fucking story mode.
Yeah, my brother fucking loved Final Fantasy, so I have seen it. The graphics were fucking amazing at the time. I remember that very clearly.
Here we go. Metal Gear Solid 2.
Wait, you skipped over Silent Hill 2.
I've never played that either, bro.
Silent Hill was like a nightmare video game.
Of course, you would know all about it.
I've never played one. I would. I just never got around to it.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is a fucking dope game. Have you ever played that?
I played one of the Metal Gear Solids. I couldn't tell you which one.
Great series. Fucking dope, man. I remember playing it with my brother. You like crawl through. It was probably like one of those first, like, so with PS2, the graphics really started to come to life, right?
Oh my God, it was so amazing.
And I bet you if we played it now, it's trash. You know what I mean?
Sure, but for the time.
But for the time, it looks so realistic. And like I remember walking through like HVAC ventilation systems and shit, like crawling through them and stuff to get the different parts of the game. Fucking sick.
As to that point, games were becoming fully interactive. Yes. Instead of just going left to right and having a background where you couldn't touch anything, like you said, now you're climbing into fucking ventilation.
And you're picking things up off the ground. And,
right.
Like you're not running over them to pick them up. You're like picking things up and shit like that.
Number 5, GTA Vice City with the soundtrack of all soundtracks. Fucking, it was voiced by Ray Liotta, Dennis Hopper, Burt Reynolds. It had the soundtrack from Scarface. It basically was Scarface in the version of GTA. That game was fucking sweet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a kid on this planet that hasn't played their like the newest version of Grand Theft Auto, right? For their age group. So I remember GTA on PS1.
Oh yeah.
When the overview, like,
yep.
And then this shit came out, and it was like fucking night and day.
Well, the one before this one was the first one that wasn't overhead, which I would call GTA 3. They just called it GTA. You do remember it? It was man, you got out of prison, you went across this bridge, and that now you're in the world that you're going to be in. And at the top of the hill, there's the mafia house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Really?
Again, I'd
the
probably
second
have
half
to
of the game is with the Yakuza.
I'm not disagreeing with you that I probably played it. I would have to see it to know which one it was.
That game may be the game I've spent the most time on individually in my life.
That was the first one where you could get a hooker into your car and the car would start rocking.
Yes.
Classic.
And then you could go beat her ass and take your money back.
Classic GTA.
Not that I would ever do that
in real life.
Game. Huh. Weird. Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil is an amazing set of games, even for someone like me who doesn't dig the non-reality based games. Resident Evil 4 was up there with Resident Evil 2 as like the best iteration of the game. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, is second on the list. That goes to your point. Metal Gear Solid makes 2 in the top 10, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. And then we land on San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas takes number 1. Fuck, man. You had gang.
This is an actual picture from the fucking game.
Yeah.
And I could tell, like, so that's what I'm talking about, right? These graphics are fucking trash. But you think...
Well, no, this is like loading scenes and stuff. That's not the actual gameplay.
Okay.
But it would be in the game. It just wasn't like part of the playability.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying, like if the cars look like that, they're trash. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But you're going from a fucking overhead view where they're box cars driving down the road. You know what I mean?
I dig, and GTA stayed ahead of this, continues to stay ahead of this. GTA 5 still being played all over the place. Like in this picture, you see light posts in the background. You see like the wires for telephone and electric poles. That type of detail does it for me all day. When I turn on a game and it's that detailed and that realistic, I'm like, fuck yes, let's go. Like, this is perfect.
Have you played the newest one?
I have the newest one. I have watched a buddy of mine play it. I have not. I think I downloaded it, but I've never played it.
So now with the newest one, you can go online and play.
Yeah.
And there's like, so think Call of Duty, right? There's a bunch of random people in the fucking game.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. And you can kill other
like the
people.
Division?
Yeah. Kind of like the Division. See, I don't remember, like, I remember in the Division, we could find other people, but, like, I think it's so much more.
Area, the Dark Zone, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, like, this is so much more in depth to, like, the whole map is online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty fucking sick. I've never played it. I've seen it played by streamers.
Yeah.
And it actually just popped in my head. I might actually start. I think maybe Mason and I download that game and play with that a little bit because I think it'd be fun.
That would be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Now, if I have PlayStation, can I play with you guys?
No, I don't believe it's cross-platform. I'd have to look into it.
Okay, look into that. If it was cross,
yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, I would definitely get behind that.
All right, so that's PS2. Like I said earlier, I might not be on next Sunday. It's going to be tentative on what happens Saturday. But maybe you and Mason could do PS3.
I'm a little disappointed in that there was not a wrestling game on this list, and this really took wrestling games. When I say it took wrestling games to the next level, well, no, because we did PS3. No, we did PS3.
See, man, wrestlers are to me like punters are to you. They're probably number 26.
I can't agree with that in any way, shape, or form. Wrestlers
are
a worldwide fan base. That's a fact, not an opinion.
People love football, and punters are part of football.
That's like me saying I'm upset that there's not a cruiserweight video game. Punters are one facet of football.
Okay. Again, this...
Actually, to that point, there's no Madden on here either.
That's true.
There's no real NBA game. There's Street, but that's not the NBA. There's no hockey. I'm shocked by how sports games don't get on these fucking lists.
You want to know why, though?
Mason said most wrestlers are way better than punters. Most, not all.
Well, we all know that Goldberg is not as good as Pat McAfee as a punter as a wrestler.
I'll bet you anything Goldberg can punt the ball further than
Pat McAfee.
Here's why I say that. When Goldberg kicked Bret Hart, his head went 300 fucking yards away from the ring.
You're still stuck on this, dude. You're still stuck on this.
Goldberg's terrible. He's trash. He's garbage.
He looked pretty good against McIntyre.
He did not look good against McIntyre.
He looked fantastic.
The best part of that match was the fact that Goldberg didn't almost kill somebody. That you're just like, yes, he made it through without making stupid errors.
I will not take this kind of... Well, I can't believe you think Goldberg...
One day we're going to watch the video of Goldberg. He's punching windows out of a limo to get to, I think, Bret Hart or Eric Bischoff. And he punches a fucking window. It shreds his whole arm wide open. And there's so much blood that, like, every time he moves his arm, it just covers everything that he swings towards. He, like, gets up on top of the hood, and the whole windshield's covered in his blood. He had to not wrestle for months because of that. Mason said, that head should have gone back to 1999 and caught Owen Hart. # wrong heart. Mason, what the fuck? Mason, I should let you know that Bri-Vi and Don Lindsay are both aware of your feelings towards Bret Hart. They're both aware of the things you've been saying. And on February 15th, they're coming to get you, Mason. They're coming. And I will tell them about this most recent comment.
I love it. Thanks, Mason. All right, so we're going to move forward here. You want to do the movie review with that?
Let's do it. Did you cue the music?
Yeah, I got it right here, bro.
Yeah, buddy. Way to stay on top of your shit.
I got it this morning. I actually got everything ready to go. I even did that last minute video that you threw into the email. You threw it
last night?
Wait, how's
that last minute?
I was working on the podcast stuff at 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. You knew I was streaming last night. Owen was he the old fall guy?
Yes, Tim, that is who Owen is. God damn it.
Get it? Fall guy?
I don't think that's what Tim meant, but if it was, he was very, very mean.
He's a bunch of cry faces. I think that's what he meant. Pat, you got a movie. Let's hear about it.
One Night in Miami. All right. Before I get into my review, let's go over the hard facts. IMDb gives this a 7.3. It's got Kingsley Ben-Adir, Ali Gori, Aldous Hodge. So here's what the movie's about. It's about...
Time out. So it's a 7.3 on IMDb.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out there. I Am Legend was a 7.2.
Yep.
And that movie was fucking terrible.
Yep.
So I hope this one's not terrible.
Okay. So it's about Muhammad Ali, Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, and Jim Brown. One night that they all share in, I'm going to say 65. I'm not positive on that. Here's what I didn't know going into the movie. This is a fictional story about real things. So what they do is they make this story based on how these four guys go into the night and what comes out of the night. The truth is the night never existed. And because they have to make this fictional story possible, they shove all of these true facts in an untrue way. The timelines don't match. I'll give you an example. Sam Cooke died before this night took place.
In real life.
Yes. So this movie to me was about like Pocahontas. Like I thoroughly enjoyed the Pocahontas movie, the Disney movie, but it's not historically accurate, and it really bothers me that it's not historically accurate. So I like it, but like it's not in my top 10 because of that. This movie, it's good. It's worth watching, especially if you don't know about one of these four guys or all of these four guys or two of these four guys. You should watch it because it's, it teaches you about each of the guys. But there are so many fucking better movies. I mean, Ali with Will Smith, much better. Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, much better. Obviously, giving one guy a movie of his own, you get much more
of that person.
Yeah, you can use specificity that you can't use in this type of movie. But because they have to take things out of the timeline, they're taking something that should be historically accurate and literally forcing it to be historically inaccurate to get the point across.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. There is an amazing scene at the beginning of the movie where they're kind of introducing all four guys. So it starts with Ali winning against Sonny Liston, which is sweet because that happened. That's how he became the champ. And then it shows Jim Brown, and he's driving. He's on an island in Georgia that he lives on, and he goes to this guy's house. It's an old white guy. And the daughter answers, the granddaughter answers the door, and she's, I'm going to say she's in her early 20s. And he's like, hey, and before he can introduce himself, she like freaks out. She's like, you're Jim Brown from the NFL. Oh my gosh, I'll go get my grandpa. And she like runs and gets him. And he comes out, and he's like, it's very early in the morning for you to stop by, James. And he's like, my aunt said that you wanted to see me. And I'm an early riser. I figured I'd come see what you needed. And he's like, just does this whole thing. I got your back. This fucking town's behind you. We support you. You ran for 1,860 yards. Jim Brown's like, it was actually 1,863. and I'm not sure that your opinion is mirrored by the rest of the town. And he's like, fuck them. You're good. Like, we've got you. And it's just this really cool scene where this old white guy is letting this man, know that he's safe where he's at in a time that's not very common. And then the granddaughter comes out and she brings them lemonade and she's like, hey, Grandpa, whenever you get a sec, can you move that bureau? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he gets up and he's walking in and Jim Brown's like, you might as well let me help you. I am a professional athlete. And he turns and he's like, come on, Jim. I'm not going to let a nigger in my house. And you're just like, what the fuck just happened? But it's the scene just speaks fucking volumes to the time, the hypocrisy, just like the weird way that.
Yeah, but again, like I get what you're saying. It's the time, and that could have happened, but we don't know if that's really what happened.
No. Right. We don't know if that exact thing happened, but I think it speaks volumes to that kind of thing did happen.
Yeah.
Where he's like, our families have been intertwined for a long time and you're good with the town. But he's like, don't you fucking step foot in my house.
So here's my opinion on the movie, right? They made that movie and forced it together.
Yeah.
No, mind you, I haven't seen it. And it's solely because of the time that we're in as Americans.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And that, to me, right there, makes me not want to watch it. Because you just threw a movie together with a bunch of people to say, look at what these guys kind of had to go through. This isn't really their story.
Right.
But it is a story of what could have happened to them if they did all the four of them get together.
Yeah. And it portrays, I'm going to say, the majority of the movie is really more about, it shows the arrogance of Ali, which is great because, well, Ali was arrogant. It shows Malcolm X not as a black leader, but as somebody who basically like pounded you, like that annoying friend who just started selling Cutco knives and he knows that they're the best knives in the world. That's how Malcolm X comes off of this movie. He's like, listen, white people are the devil. And they're like, well, they're not that bad. And he's like, they're the fucking devil. Where it's also a time historically that Malcolm X is moving away from that line of thinking, and he's met Martin Luther King, and he's not black versus white, he's unity.
Unity. Yeah,
so they're taking a Malcolm X that is from a different era, injecting him into this era, and putting him with a dead guy. And it makes it seem like Malcolm X bringing Malcolm X bringing Muhammad Ali to Elijah Muhammad to convert him to the Nation of Islam when he becomes Muhammad Ali instead of Cassius Clay. It makes it seem like that was all a ploy for Malcolm X to get what he wanted, which is, again, A, not accurate, but B, it doesn't really do the man justice. If you're going to make movies about these guys, and you can make movies about these guys 50 years from now. It's been 50 years since they were relevant, or I shouldn't say relevant, since they were living and around. Ali's still living. Ali died?
Yeah.
Bad memory, bro. When did Ali die? 2 years ago?
A while ago.
Fuck. All right. Well, that hurts. Did he really?
Yeah. Google
oh my God. Okay. No, I vividly remember now because Tony and I had a long conversation about it. Yeah. So they're all dead now, but, it doesn't do justice to guys. If you're going to make movies about somebody from that long ago to prove that he's worthy of a recent movie, then fucking do justice.
Yeah, make a factual movie about their movement.
Yeah, don't.
When did Mel?
Oh my God, that's fucking amazing. It's the Mandela effect. We covered that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think 7.3 is extremely generous. If anybody's interested in these topics, Ali with fucking Will Smith is very long, drawn out, and dry, and it's absolutely incredible. Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, not very different. The Hurricane with Denzel Washington, those movies are movies that really spoke to that movement.
So let me ask you this. If you would have known that was a fake movie and not really about the four people getting together one night in Miami, would you have watched it and would you have reviewed it on the podcast?
I absolutely would have watched it. Mostly because two of these four guys are guys that, I mean, we'll call it in my formative teenage years, Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali to me were fucking gods. They still are. but it was nice to learn a little bit about Sam Cooke, though I don't know how much I really learned because, well, the movie is admittedly inaccurate.
Does it start off with, this is not a real movie?
No, it says this is based on true events, which is extremely misleading because it is based on true events in that there were 4 people with those 4 names. a lot past that. And here's the thing, the producer of this is a King. I think it was Regina King. I don't know if that's a family member of Martin Luther King, but I fucking hope not.
Yeah, right.
I hope that wasn't somebody making a dime off of that man's name for the sake of this fucking movie.
So what do you get it?
I'm going mid-6s.
So we'll call it 6.6?
Sure.
Or 6.4.
Had I known what I was getting myself into, I still would have watched it. I might have enjoyed it more, but for the amount of dry, drawn out, I mean, this is a 2-hour movie, and the majority of it, the vast majority of this movie takes place in a hotel room. It's a conversation.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would enjoy it without going into it, A, knowing that it's fiction, and B, not being passionate about at least one of these guys.
So, but going back to your point, right? The only reason that got a 7.2 on IMDb.
7.3.
Or 7.3 on IMDb.
It's probably because people buy into it.
Well, but not only that, it's because of what the story represents. It's not really the movie. When you tell me a movie it's like I Am Legend. Mason just looked it up. Regina King is not related to MLK.
Thank God.
But it's like I Am Legend getting a 7.2. It's phenomenal that the fact that a whole movie has 1 star in it, Will Smith, and he plays by himself, and the movie is just Will Smith and a dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? That, I guess, warrants a 7.2 on IMDb, but the story is not a 7.2 story.
Yeah, this goes back to, I'm going to call this the Scarface effect, because I've talked about my passionate hatred for Scarface. Scarface isn't Scarface without Pacino. So is it really a good movie? Is I Am Legend really a good movie? Or is Will Smith that fucking good that he makes it tolerable to watch?
That's why I gave it what it is.
Yeah.
Like a 5.
And now they took 4 relatively unknowns for this movie. The guy who played Jim Brown looks familiar, but I don't know who the fuck he is.
But again, that's because what I'm saying is based off the climate in the country.
Right.
That movie gets a 7.3.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the only reason why it gets 7.3. Yeah. It's not a 7.3 movie. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right, so that's it for Mail Time. Or
oh, no shit. Mason says she's Shalika from Boys in the Hood. Huh. That can't be true. Mason, that movie is not Da Hood. It can't fucking be.
Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, it's Boys in the Hood. It is with a Z.
You don't think Mason just put in "duh" to be an asshole?
Yeah, it's Boys in the Hood. And listen, that movie.
She's also Dana from Friday.
Yeah. Damn, Boys in the Hood was filmed with a $6.5 million budget. What a fucking great movie for $6.5 million.
Yeah. Such a sad.
Well, that's kind of the point.
So Pat, you know how I feel about going from like segments that we have intros for to like into one another.
Are you avoiding going back to back right now?
Yeah, so we're gonna move the Would You Rather to after the Karen and You're Too Woke.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. So let's do you want to do your video or my video first? Actually.
Paste. Okay, we're good. What do you got?
All right, so we're going to do the Karen video first, only because I have that one up right now, and I'm going to have to switch the video after this one. So Hold on 1 second. We'll get it going.
Now that the camera's where I want it, I'm not only facing you, I have my entire body repositioned in the chair to face you.
Yeah.
I have a knee up and everything. All right, I'm good. I've repositioned.
I've done nothing but set up this fucking
I've even moved my
sick-ass
camera.
pod room for you, and you just keep going against.
What's up, YouTube?
All right, so we're going to switch this to this. You're going to need your headphones for something like that.
All right, I'm super excited. I love Karen videos, mostly because they get my blood boiling.
All right, so this is the new Karen video again. I'm going to set the scene for the podcast. It's a guy walking out of his house. He lives in like a gated community almost. You know what I mean? Where the houses are really close on top of each other. There's a house, a homeowners association apparently.
Like a condo complex?
I want to say, well, it's houses, so it's not a condo complex,
okay.
but similar. All right?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you need to get off my property. Leave. Right now.
Why are you recording me?
Because you're on my property. You need to leave.
I'm going to record you too.
Oh, big deal. You need to leave. Leave.
I'm going to record you.
Get off my property, please.
Your plants are
Ma'am?
overgrown.
I don't care. Get off my property.
I'm going to I'm sending pictures to the HOA.
Get off my
All of your
property.
rubbish on the side of the road.
If you want to take
Don't
pictures,
put your hands on me.
I didn't
Don't
touch
touch
you.
me.
If you want to take pictures, you
Don't
have to be
touch
on
me.
the side of the road. Get off of me. You need to leave.
Don't push me to the side of the road.
I'm not touching you. My hands
I
right
have
here.
my rights to be on your property
you
to
don't.
take pictures.
No, you
because
can
I
be
know
on
the
the
HOA.
road.
I know the
You
HOA.
can be on the road, but
I
not
know
on
the
my
HOA.
property. No,
I
you
basically
need to leave.
own your house.
Ma'am,
because
leave.
I'm friends with the HOA.
Ma'am,
Oh, boy.
leave. Thank you.
Give me my sunglasses. Give me my sunglasses.
She got a donka
No.
donka donk.
Give me my
Go get them.
So, this girl, I'm not really sure what they're fighting about.
His shrubs are overgrown.
Yeah, and he has some trash on the side of the road.
She has, first off, she is smoking hot, and she has an ass that will not quit.
Yeah. But she's fucking nuts. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I like the fact
said, I basically own your house. That is the line of the clip right there. I basically own your house because I'm friends with the HOA.
yeah.
She even went into full Jerry Springer where, you just keep saying the same thing over and over. I'm friends with the HOA. I'm friends with the HOA. I'm friends with the HOA. I fucking hate that.
Yeah. The funniest part of that is when she turns around and she goes, give me my sunglasses. Because she must have thrown her sunglasses on the ground.
I love that she repeatedly accused him of like touching or pushing her, and his hands are on camera, and he's like, "Here's my hands." Like, stop saying that.
All right, so Pat,
Erica said, "That's your problem, Pat. Not hot anymore. Once they open their mouth and ignorance comes out." Yeah, I can't disagree with you, Erica. She is not. Physically attractive enough to even penetrate. I just have no interest once I hear her go full Jerry Springer on us.
All right, so this next one Pat sent in, it's a little long, but it's fucking hilarious. I like how the guy edited it and put in
Bill Burr. Is it Bill Burr?
Yeah. The Hot Crazy Scale. We should watch that after. Pat, have you ever seen that? The Hot Crazy Scale?
Yeah.
We should watch that after the show. That's hilarious.
So this is really.
I'm sitting in my car crying right now.
What happened to you today, sweetheart, huh? Did they not chill your rosé?
I'm sitting in my car crying right now over the loss of more lives, and this is what is about to drive past me.
This is a pickup truck with two flags. One's the Blue Lives Matter flag, and the other one is a POW flag. That's what's got her shook.
Oh, God. I'm like shook right now. Oh, there's another one coming. There's a parade of them. I'm shaking.
By parade of them, she means
literally
pickup trucks.
shaking.
There are pickup trucks driving by.
These are human beings. These are lives. Shook. I'm fucking shook. What is enough? What is enough? What is enough?
This girl's crazy.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I think white women started it.
We're having a conversation.
This is a protest with a shaved head white woman looking like Sinead O'Connor. Face to face, she has tons of support behind her. face to face with a crowd of, I'm going to say black men for the most part, who are basically saying that they agree with her. They would also like women treated equally.
Yes.
That's what she's losing her fucking marbles about.
It was disrespectful. You're assuming.
I'm a lady.
You're assuming. Really? You telling me you're a lady and you sitting here coming up on me screaming?
Why can't you do
Look,
that?
it's a free world. You want 50 50,
I
You
want
want 50
the whole fucking thing.
Fucking worse. It's all they do is bitch, moan, and complain. I had no idea how difficult it was to be a white woman in the United States of America. Evidently, it's really difficult.
Equality. What are we talking about? I want equality. I love it.
50-50 or a whole motherfucker.
No, 50.
So he says, I want 50-50, and she says, I want the whole fucking thing.
Oh, fuck you.
Feminism has made women miserable.
I don't know what whole means.
Then she says she
Look,
doesn't know
you're
what she's
miserable.
talking
You would
about.
be much happier at home with a husband and children.
Oh, boy.
Jeez, that guy shouldn't have said that.
He's an idiot.
People that are pro-life, I fucking hate you. Why can't women have abortions? I just saw a fucking pro-life sign driving down the fucking road having a mental breakdown.
This girl's having a mental breakdown
You know what? You're
because
full of
she
shit.
saw a sign.
And I was trying to say, all you people are you're so fucking stupid. Ah!
And quit your fucking whining. We're all eating a giant shit sandwich out here. Nobody cares. I don't care.
You're fucking stupid. And I wish I had been fucking aborted.
Me too, honey. Me too.
Oh my god.
She
I had
says,
incredibly good judgment. One, I married Jill. And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
That's the President of the United States, ladies and gentlemen.
Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
let's clap for that, you stupid bastards. Yep. At least he doesn't use any foul language. The girl who's just sobbing in her car because she saw a sign that was pro-life, truly classic. She basically, so she's fighting mentally anyway. She's not actually outwardly fighting, but she's fighting for the right to be pro-choice, to have abortions if you think abortions are right. She's also fighting against the right to free speech because if you put up a sign, you're a stupid idiot, and she wishes she was aborted. These are three top tier overly woke motherfuckers. And I have nothing against it. Listen, if the girl in the pickup truck video is crying because she saw Blue Lives Matter flags and POW flags, if she's crying that she hates police, okay. I understand that you have an opinion. If she's crying because she doesn't like war, cool. I get it. I get your opinion. I have no fucking clue what she's crying about, though. She literally is like, there are trucks with flags. Look, oh my God, there's more of them. But the other trucks didn't have flags. They were just pickup trucks. So she's literally crying that pickup trucks are on the fucking road. But it's not about the environment.
Erica has like a point here. She said she felt like she needed to share herself crying. And
no,
that's
Erica's
really
100% correct.
And that's really what it comes down to. I'm going to go viral because I'm crying over this. And now, to be fair,
yeah,
it worked because we just showed them on our fucking podcast.
This speaks volumes to our point that in America, if you say you're a victim, well, then you're a goddamn victim.
Yeah.
Because all three of these women who are victims of absolutely nothing.
There's only two women and one guy.
There's the woman in the pickup truck video. There's the woman crying about seeing a sign. And there's the woman at the rally.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I forgot about the woman at the rally.
Yeah. Yeah, the one who said they're fighting for equal rights. The gentleman goes over, agrees with her, says he thinks that it should be 50-50. And she says, I want the whole fucking thing, motherfucker. Gets the entire crowd to somehow support her. And then turns and says, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Mason said, the epitome of going viral. Your video making it on the number 9 with Tommy podcast. Mason, that's a solid point. I agree.
No cap on stack.
You three women and Bill Burr are welcome to the platform of fame that you have now reached because we put you on our show.
For real, though. Bill Burr, one of the best comedians of all time.
And now people will know who he is because he's on our show.
Yeah. Well, I I assume everybody knew who he was before.
Mason said, I'm sorry to say epitome again, Pat. Why? You know who I love from My Cousin Vinny? Marissa Epitome. She was great. Erica says, ha, 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 ha. Mason, I was thinking the same thing.
All right. So
It's epitome.
That is not epitome.
Yes, it is.
That is not how you spell epitome.
Spelling bee on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast.
That can't be true.
I think it's true, Pat.
Oh my God. That's how you spell epitome. How is that how you spell epitome?
Just so that we're clear, guys. Epitome is spelled Epitome.
I don't know how I would have spelled it. And, you know, as the guy on the show who does know how to read and write and spell things, this is not good for us. And this is really, really bad. You know what I'm picturing in my head is epiphany, which isn't the same fucking thing at all. Mason said, thank you, Erica. I'm having a breakdown over here. Fuck you, Mason. Fuck you. All right. Take out every time I've ever said epitome and apparently replace it with epitome. Now I'm curious how you spell epitome. If that's not it.
You know what I really liked is that girl, Marissa Epitome. From My Cousin Vinny. All right.
How is that epitome?
We got a would you rather.
This is going to bother me for weeks.
All right, Pat, we got a would you rather.
I'm still upset about the epitome thing.
Epitome.
I'm sorry to all of the loyal Number 9 listeners who now think I may have special fucking qualities. I swear, I consider myself a good speller and a decent reader.
Yeah, epitome.
Mason.
What's the would you rather, Pat?
I feel like Mason planted that. Like he set me up to
He fucking knew it.
Mason.
I like it.
I'm going to kick you right in your fucking massively oversized balls.
Well, he knows that I'm not smart enough to figure that out, so I'm glad he's here on my side.
The would you rather today. God damn it. And this is, we got a lot of feedback from the last would you rather. So unfortunately, you guys have really painted me into a corner here. I could try to be creative with my would you rathers, or I could try to dig in the trenches with you dirtbags and keep it lowbrow and classless. So that's where we're going.
Hold on, you understand that we're not the dirtbags. You're the one posing the question.
Yeah, I pose lots of questions. Sometimes we get no feedback at all. This time, I pose a question about touching dicks or getting fucked in dude ass, and everybody goes crazy and fucking gives us feedback. Mason said it reminded me of a clip of a comedian on a podcast who has a degree from college and went his entire life thinking that it was Tupperware, not Tupperware. That's pretty good. So, your would you rather for the week. Tom, would you rather have your face pissed on by a homeless stranger or allow your high school sweetheart now, not your high school sweetheart from when you were together in high school and you loved each other, your high school sweetheart now, who you probably have some resentment towards, take a dump on your chest?
Why would I have resentment towards my high school sweetheart now?
Well, I can guess that it didn't work out. Erica said, I just saw that. It was Sal from Impractical Jokers, that clip of the guy who thought it was Tupperware, not Tupperware.
Awesome.
I can see his point. Tub, like, it's a tub for holding.
Yeah.
I get it. So the question, would you rather a homeless man piss on your face or your high school sweetheart shit on your chest? And let me know where you're at.
Homeless man pee on me.
On your face.
Yeah, whatever. Is it like in American Pie when he's pissing off the balcony and he's pissing on his head?
I just picture a guy standing in front of you pissing on your face.
Yeah.
I also picture the homeless guy to be very dirty and having several layers of clothing on, which would create a stench, if you will.
Yeah, it's still not going to be as bad as... Listen, man, I'm not down with girl poops, so I have to take the pee on the face.
Mason said, my high school sweetheart is a sweetheart, but piss is sterile, so water sports it is.
Yeah.
I assume, Mason, that your high school sweetheart was Lydia, and in which case, Go. Carissa said, homeless man, at least it's just urine.
Yeah.
Man, this isn't very divisive at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
I teeter-totter on this one. Now, I did some really fucked up shit with my high school sweetheart. So, I mean...
Didn't you let her piss on you? Or you pissed on her?
Yeah, at the time, if she said, I want to take a shit on your chest, I probably would have let her. But again, this isn't about at the time. Mason said, no, it was the girl that looked like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Mason, if you hooked up with a girl that looked like Jennifer Love Hewitt, and this is the first time ever hearing about it, I have a real problem with you. Erica said, yeah, I'd do the pee too, no poop. Man, this isn't a very divisive one at all. I would have gone poop. Okay, because it's solid and it seems easier.
What if it's not solid?
Well, so this
When was the last time you shit solid?
This is where I deviate from my answer, because then I thought, what if she farted? You know, sometimes you fart when you're taking a shit. And what if she sharted onto my face? So I took this option to get away from getting piss on my face. And in lieu of that, I got shit on my face. So I'm going piss. Because one way or the other, it seems like I'm going to get something on my face. Mason said, you are the one who pointed out to me that she resembled her. Carissa said, oh, yeah, he really stepped down with me. And then did the laughing face.
Don says pee per for me. I think he meant to say PP. No problem, Don.
Carissa, I'd like to point out that 1, you are absolutely beautiful. 2, you are the perfect mother to Mason's child. And 3, oh, hold on. Mason said, no, I stepped up to you from Lydia, down before you. Oh, see? Good answer, Mason. This is why Mason doesn't get beat by his wife, because he's fucking smart.
Yeah.
Tim McCaffrey, are you taking notes on how Mason talks to his wife? Maybe grab a pen and a pad. Charlotte, good morning.
Yeah. So which one are you going with, pee or poop?
I'm going with pee because I have a very good feeling that if
so
I
far,
don't
everybody here is taking pee.
Yeah. Tim, would you rather allow a homeless man to piss on your face, or would you rather allow your high school sweetheart to drop a Cleveland steamer onto your chest cavity?
He said cavity. Except Pat. I don't get it. Get your swimmers on, everybody. All right. I'm not waiting for Tim to respond to this.
Okay.
All right. On the next show, we're going to have a Super Bowl recap.
Tim said, I do the pee. Erica said Pat chose poop. No. I said I would have chosen poop, Erica, but then I considered the fact that I oftentimes fart while I'm pooping, and my fear was that she would spray shit onto my face, which is why then I would need her to piss on my face to get rid of the poop. I might as well just take the pee to begin with.
Fact. On the next show, we're going to be doing a Super Bowl recap. If you guys don't know, tonight's the Super Bowl. If you're listening to this tomorrow, the Super Bowl was last night. We'll have a new segment. We're going to talk about Valentine's Day. We're going to have a new Grind My Gears.
Tom,
as well.
Before we move past this, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. And you know that I'm a literal person. So understand that the question I'm asking you is the question that I truly intend to ask you. I'm not mixing my words. Tom, who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
Who do I want to win the Super Bowl? I hate to say it, man. I want the Bucs to win.
Tom, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Kansas City.
My answers mirror yours.
Yeah. I want the Bucs. And
I
want
want to watch this fucking movie 10 years from now. I want this to be. I want the best actors available to play Brady and Mahomes, to play Andy Reid. Who's the Bucs coach? Why am I drawing a blank?
It's Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. I want the most talented human beings on the planet to recreate this 10 years from now. But the story that I want to see is Brady winning. I will take Mahomes winning because it's still an incredible story of this veteran who makes it all this way, and then the young boy just knocks him off his fucking rock.
Mahomes last, I think it's like 30 games or something like that. He's only lost like 2 of them or something like that. Like,
we don't call him cheat code by coincidence.
Erica said, I think the Chiefs will win 35-29.
Oh, Miss Washington, even throwing out fucking scores for us. Let's go.
I gotta say, I would hate to see the Chiefs win again, only because they beat the Niners last year in the Super Bowl, and I don't want see that again.
Still dealing with those feelings, huh?
Yeah, it's rough.
How about this? We know every time Tom Brady walks onto a Super Bowl field, records are broken because he's done it so many times and just natural, like he owns the record. So then every time he goes on, he breaks the records. Do you think that there will be any, we'll call them non-Brady related records broken tonight?
No.
You don't think Mahomes sets one?
I think,
or like, you don't think the Chiefs intercept Brady more times than he's ever been intercepted in a Super Bowl?
that might happen. What I think this game is going to come down to, it's going to be the same thing with the NFC Championship game. It's going to be, it's either the Bucs defense is going to win it for them, or they're not going to win. Like, that's how Tom, I hate to say it, but
Brady's not going 30 for 30.
Yeah, Tom Brady's offense is not going to win this game. It's going to have to be the Bucs defense that wins it. Because Mahomes, it doesn't. If Mahomes is down 21 points going into the fourth quarter, the motherfucker still has a chance.
Well, you can say the same about Brady.
No, you can't. Not anymore.
We've seen it many times.
Yes, years ago. The motherfucker's 43. He's not playing his best football. I think he has the most complete team around him, and that's what makes him win. The Bucs weren't that good. Now, give it. Getting into the playoffs, once they got into the playoffs, they've been red hot. They've been fine. But Tom Brady, don't forget, 2 weeks ago, threw 3 picks on all back-to-back drives. Three drives, 3 picks. The only reason the Green Bay Packers didn't win that game is because Aaron Rodgers couldn't win the game. Tom Brady did not win that game. The Bucs defense won that game.
I don't disagree. I do think Brady has it in him, though.
I'm not. Listen, if Tom Brady's a free agent, right, and you have a rookie quarterback,
there's no one better to put in front of him.
Yeah, you're gonna pick up Tom Brady.
Yeah,
9 times. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking old he is. Did you see the cell phone commercial with Brady and Gronk? It's funny. My sister posted it.
I have not seen it.
No.
I'm gonna now, though. Tim McCaffrey also said, check your text that has a good gear grinder the way life's going. Make sure you look at the top person.
Okay. We'll look at that after the show. Thanks, Tim. But yeah, I think that's really what it's, I mean, I think the Chiefs have a more complete team. I think they have a better coach.
Well, you just said Brady has the most complete team around him.
Around him that he's ever had.
Oh, okay.
Not saying, but I think all around the Chiefs have a better team. I would love, though, and listen, everybody knows, there isn't a person on this planet that likes Tom Brady winning so many Super Bowls, but to be alive for a guy, like, check out this. There's been 55 Super Bowls, right? Yeah. This is the 55th one, right?
Yeah.
Tom Brady's been in fucking 10 of them. He's been in 20% of the Super Bowls, and the motherfucker hasn't been alive for all the Super Bowls.
Yeah. 2 points. One, I almost feel like you want to be losing going into the fourth quarter today because both of these guys are comeback artists. Like, you're better off not being ahead by the time the end of the game is approaching. And 2, I feel the exact opposite of how you feel. You said nobody in the world wants to see Brady win all these Super Bowls. I am astounded by how many people just want to see Brady make this happen. Well, I think everybody's coming out of the woodwork.
If Tom Brady still played for the Patriots, you don't want to see it happen.
Sure.
The reason you want to see it happen is because
it's the story.
This concretes him as the greatest quarterback to ever play the game.
And we all have to be a part of it.
I got into a conversation with somebody from work the other day, one of the maintenance guys. You know who that is, right?
Yep.
And he tried to tell me that Dan Marino was the best quarterback of all time. And
people will always make that argument. Probably Mason would too.
Well, and listen, Tom Marino, great quarterback.
Tom Marino. I don't know who that is. If Tom Brady and Dan Marino had a baby, it'd be Tom Marino.
Tom Marino actually is a kid I went to school with. That's why that popped in my mind. Dan Marino, though.
Okay.
One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. He's definitely in the top 10, but he's not better than Brady.
No, and I don't think it takes this Super Bowl to prove Brady's spot.
No, but this concretes it. This makes it, there's no debate. It wasn't Bill Belichick. It wasn't the Pats.
Yeah, but do you feel like that debate even takes, like, listen, it wasn't Bill Belichick. I don't need to see today's game.
But I'm saying, like, this concretes it. There's no discussion after tonight if he wins the game.
I guess I don't have any doubt in my mind long before this game kicks off. But I think, to your point.
But this begs the question. How many Super Bowls is Patrick Mahomes going to win.
If he stays healthy,
He's
who
going to win 10
fucking
fucking
knows?
Super Bowls.
Who knows?
Like
The other thing is Mahomes is making $40 million a year. It's real tough to continue paying people around him.
Yeah,
enough.
but you know what? I think people that if you're a real, and the NFL is tricky, right? Because these motherfuckers want to get paid, but at the same time, like me, it's not about the paycheck. It's about we want to win fucking Super Bowls.
So I think there's two tiers of players. I think that there's a ton of B and C players who would take a ring over a check. I don't think when you're talking Richard Sherman or like Zeke, I don't think those guys would take the ring over the check.
No, they want the paycheck.
Right.
Well,
I'd rather play on a 5th place team or a last place team. I don't give a fuck as long as you're paying me $30 million a year.
Yeah.
And I get that. I get both sides of that coin. I would say a football purist takes the ring, and especially
and Tom Brady did it for years. You know what I mean? He constantly took because he just wanted to keep being competitive.
Right. Yeah, Brady doing what's best for Brady. Nobody can question that at this point. He deserves it. He's earned it.
Well, and he's not getting paid a ton of money. He's getting paid $33 million or something like that. $30 million.
I'm not sure who that's not a ton of money to, but I get your point.
In football terms.
Yeah, comparatively speaking.
Mahomes is making, like, he's actually getting paid $50 million.
I thought it was 40 a year for 10 years.
No, it was 50 a year for his contract was $500 million for 10 years.
I thought it was $400 million. It's $500 million.
Yeah, but it's that like he gets so much like it's made so that they can restructure it and move money around.
Sure,
but it's still going to be hard, and eventually they're going to restructure it. If to me, Mahomes seems like the type of player that's going to be a Tom Brady.
I agree.
That says, "Let's go win more fucking Super Bowls."
Yes,
fuck the money.
Yeah.
I get paid millions of dollars from State Farm to sit in a barber chair and get my hair cut.
Right.
And make fun of people or whatever the fuck that commercial is about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Favre's paychecks from Wrangler were plenty. Jordan's paychecks from Nike, plenty. These guys, at some point, top tier talent like that does have the ability to say, let's do what's best for business instead of what's best for my personal channel.
Well, and let's keep winning.
And I don't know if this is statistically accurate, but I assume that if Mahomes said, I'll take $10 million a year instead, you give the other 40 to, like, let's call it 5 top tier players. Give them each $8 million a year to get them on board, 8 more than you would have given them. Doesn't Mahomes make a whole bunch more money long term? Like with not just with advertisements, with bonuses, with
all these incentives.
Yeah, like if you're the guy who wins all the time,
I don't think he makes more money, but he's going to make
the same amount and have the same or more notoriety. Mason said, "Of course, you're Gronk. You say nothing and just pour maple syrup for a TV manufacturer."
Yeah, that's what it goes. All right, Pat, you want to get into this last article and get out of here?
Let's do it.
All right, you send this in. I didn't have time to read it, so you're going to tell me what's in it.
Well, I'll tell you what the headline says.
Well, I know that.
Engineers design a new face mask with a test strip to detect COVID, much like a pregnancy test.
Huh.
So the project was launched by nano engineers at UC San Diego with a $1.3 million grant. Scientists create a small test kit to attach to the front of any face mask, which can be mass-produced at a cost of about 3 cents per kit. In many ways, the masks are perfect, wearable sensors for our current world. We're taking what many people are already wearing and repurposing them, so you can quickly and easily identify new infections and protect vulnerable communities. Here's what I see coming out of this mask. Now, first off, this thing, it shows pictures. It has a comparison. There's a penny next to it. The penny, I'm going to say what? The penny's a third of the size. So it's about the size of 3 pennies.
Yeah.
There's like a color strip. Think of a pregnancy test or like if you test the alkalinity in a pool, a test strip like that.
Yeah.
So you wear this to work, or you wear this when you get to work? I don't know how long it takes to react. I don't think it even says.
It says 4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours. Okay. So throw this on when you wake up, drive into work, keep it on, and in 4 to 5 hours, you either test positive or negative for COVID, then maybe you can take it off, carry it with you for the day. If anybody questions you, or put it on in public so everybody knows that you're not infected.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to take it off because what if somebody around you has it? You know what I mean?
Well, you would know because if everybody did this in the workplace, especially think of the office environment, right? You guys, every time you go near each other, have to put these masks on. How about you put it on when you wake up, drive to work, kill all that time, and by lunch, you guys are living normal because the one who shows positive gets sent home, and everybody else can continue on with their day, or everybody tests negative, and you can just continue on with a normal fucking workday, no mask. That's the way I look at this. Or wear it. I don't know, wear it 4 or 5 hours. Is that really what it said?
Yeah, it says after breathing through the mask for 4 to 5 hours, enough particles would be able to determine if you came in contact with the virus throughout the duration, or indeed if you have perhaps contracted it. So that's what I wonder, right? Is other people breathing in front of you? Because we all know these masks, they help filter some of it, but it's not really 100%, right?
Well, no, but at 6 feet with both of you wearing masks,
yeah, but if
somebody should be protected from that. What you're thinking?
But if somebody comes in contact with you that has it, it's also going to detect their breath. But that's what it's saying is that you have to wear it all the time so that you know if you came in contact with somebody or you have.
And I get what you're saying, but again, if you're distancing the way you're supposed to, them having COVID should not make your test show positive. You're 6 feet and they're 6 feet, and you're both wearing masks. Their spit's not flying. That's where 6 feet comes from. Theirs should not be registering on your scale.
Yeah. Maybe this takes away the 6 feet rule.
Either way, this goes right to Henry Ford when they asked him kind of like how he came up with the American automobile and all that jazz and the assembly line. Yeah. When they asked him why he didn't kind of ask for other people's opinions, he said, if I asked other people what they wanted, they would have told me that faster horses. That's this. Because everybody else is doing all these things. And this group of people were like, hey, let's put a test strip on the fucking mask. Never mind getting rid of the mask. If you truly want safety, continue to make them wear the masks, but let's make it proven to work. That's what they want. They want comfort. I wear this mask all day. It does nothing. How many times do you hear that?
No.
I hear it nonstop. Well, my mask does something. Mine tells me if I have fucking COVID. How about that? I think this is pretty fucking neat.
I think it's neat. I think it's definitely. I hope it gets mass produced. If anything, this is going to bring an end to the mask, right?
At 3 cents a pop, I can't wait to see how much money we throw at this. At 3 cents a pop, they're going to be like, well, you need 60 trillion. That's 59 for foreign countries and $1 trillion for the masks. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. They're going to waste a lot. But either way, I think it's a step in the right direction, I guess. To me, it's a step in the right direction to get rid of the mask, right? Because all we have to do is contain the virus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, if they told everybody to stay home for 3 weeks, there's a good chance the virus is gone.
Not only that, what else comes from this test strip? Could we have a test strip that goes, and I'm being dead ass serious, can I wear a mouthpiece? Like a football player would wear? Can I wear a mouth guard with a test strip in it? Could I wear something under my, like on my upper lip, maybe? I'm not sure how comfortable that would be, but where are we going with this? You know what I mean? Where we're now away from masks because I have somewhere on my body something that shows, hey, I'm good. You don't need to be worried about me being 6 feet from you. This could be the beginning.
Yeah, but I think
that.
you're also forgetting that a condom that changes colors for.
Mason has said not only the first, but the most brilliant thing Mason has ever said. He said, let's get condoms that change colors for different STIs. I like it. You know what? I had this brilliant idea for an invention, and I'm going way back. This is how brilliant my invention was.
Hold on, I have a question. When the fuck did we step away from STDs to STIs?
I think because I'm not sure what the difference between a disease and an infection is, but maybe infections are more likely than actual diseases by definition.
Well, purple, you have herpes.
Mason. Get out of here. She's got the perp.
Little perp. I'm just saying. I think what you're also forgetting is that, so you have a thing on you that says, I don't have it, but the other person's test strip hasn't come through. if they might have it. So
so they
can't
stay
be.
the fuck away.
All right. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's like somebody testing positive for COVID. Well, now you need to isolate, fucking quarantine yourself. And we know that you need to quarantine yourself because your little gauge says so. So here was my invention. Mason said because an infection is curable.
So are diseases.
Can you give us an example?
Well, a disease that's curable?
Sure.
Give me a disease. I'll tell you if it's curable.
If you don't know the difference, then how do you know which ones are curable?
I'm trying to think of what a fucking, I can't think of a disease.
AIDS.
Okay. That's not curable.
Correct.
Let's not pick one that you know that's not curable.
But he's saying that's the fucking difference.
I don't think that's the difference.
All right. Cancer.
That's not a disease.
What is cancer?
I'm going to have to think about this. You put me on the spot here. I'm going to find one.
To be fair, you put you on the spot here.
I don't think that's it.
This is the epitome of typical Tommy.
All right, that's the show. See you fucking.
Wait, you don't want to hear about this fucking brilliant... There's a reason I'm telling you about this brilliant invention.
Well, the master's still on.
No, my invention years ago. I remember it was in the Bristol store. I remember having this fucking brilliant invention. Maybe that's what Mason's talking about with the color changing condom. That's not where
Somebody give me a disease that's not... That's curable.
You know what happens when
cancer is curable.
You know what happens when they find a cure to a disease? They don't call it a disease anymore.
You understand that cancer is curable, right? Not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we fight cancer. That's fair.
We can beat it. So
we can put it into remission. We can cut it out.
Yeah.
That's a good question, Mason. What's cancer?
Is it an infection? Asshole.
No, I wanted to make a line of condoms that were all different animals. So like you put, like you have a dolphin on your dick. But now think about it, because the dorsal fin also, could vibrate. Like there's a lot of things you could do with these condoms. And this fucking invention was so brilliant that years later, I went looking for them online and I couldn't find them. And I was like, wait a second, that's not a real thing. That was just an idea that I had. But wouldn't you love to have a Bengal striped dick one day?
That's a show, guys.
You're telling me you wouldn't have a little punter on where the cum catcher at the end of the condom was the football and the rest of the condom was Pat McAfee's foot?
Pat, say it.
Mason says cancer is a disease, and I say good day.
Cancer is curable.
I don't think it is. If it was, it'd be an infection.
How is cancer not curable? There's people that beat cancer.
They put cancer into remission or they cut it out.
It's beatable. Not all infections can be cured. Herpes, HIV, those are infections. Looks like...
I like that you're coming after me like I said it. I didn't say it, motherfucker. Mason did. STI stands for sexually transmitted infection, and many people, mostly the medical community, have begun transitioning from STD to STI in an effort to clarify that not all sexually transmitted. It's a blood-borne virus. Infections turn into disease. Mason and Erica, bringing us Science 101 here on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast live stream.
Okay, so Mason, I'm gonna need you, Mason.
I need one of them there scientists to come on the show. Michael, we're reaching back out to you. We're going to have you on the show.
I wanted
talk about the difference between infections and diseases.
Play the song. We were going to play the song, Pat.
Canceled?
Yeah.
Isn't YouTube just going to block this?
I don't give a fuck, mate. They so fake quote.
First one.
Oh, I got to change it over here.
How are you playing it?
I can play it over the speakers. The mics will pick it up.
That sounds like a quality issue.
Well, it's not on the podcast, so I don't really care.
It'd be nice if you could pull up the lyrics.
What? Show them on the live stream?
No, play it on YouTube so we can see the lyrics.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can
Silly
stop
now.
me. Fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some.
I'm a racist, I'm a sexist, I'm in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me.
Okay, so an STI is only considered an STD when
sponsors taking losses because the brand is me.
So an asymptomatic infection is not an STD.
Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I lived in the ghetto, lived in South Central, there's no Caucasians. And still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are bitch made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies that ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid, take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind way to write my rhymes different. You can try to quantify the fine limits. There's a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it, that is for kids, that is for rappers that ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending I rhyme like they rich. I am not playing it safe, said what I said, it's what it is. I don't care if you're mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? Not because they know that I'm an asshole. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. Like I swear to God, you can cancel the kid. Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice.
I like how it shows somebody in a wheelchair like that's a gender.
Ghosts and grapes, make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier wrote the art of war, know every page. I'm numb to all the dumbness, smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave, I stoke the flames, I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords of skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa, I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline. Yeah, I could've been a star, could've had a mansion and a car and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about.
Are you fucking kidding me? We did nothing with the fact that the Super Bowl is Patrick versus Tom. Are you fucking kidding me? Son of a bitch! Oh my god, dude!
Well, we got it right here on the live stream. We can let them know.
Son of a bitch!
Put it in for fucking next episode. Play it off like we were playing.
This will never happen again.
Until next year. I just said like fucking name on the fucking table.
God damn it!
Wow, we were all dumb. Mason, we getting down to some forest after this?
Really want no problems, so they talk in whispers. Don't even start no competition, y'all are finished.
Listen, we'll talk about it on Wednesday's show as a Super Bowl recap. Just make sure you remember.
Fuck!
I
do, yeah, that's a good.
I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians.
It's fucking hilarious.
You need 1,000,000 crosses tallest buildings. Y'all can cancel me. I'm a god.
I can't do it. I gotta get the podcast uploaded. As soon as the podcast is uploaded, I'll do it.
Nails in my hands.
It'll only take me like 25 minutes. And I gotta pee. Is that okay? You wanna shoot for 1 o'clock, Mason?
I'm a wolf on live with sheep. I am what I am. I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors. I'm like, who said it?
What do you think of this song? I like it.
About to drop a new record. I do what I want, no matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't get a cyberbully here trying to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is proof that we brutally shot. I'm shooting my shot. I'm Biggie, I'm shaky, I'm loose, full pop.
O'clock 20. I'm saying let's shoot for 1 o'clock. Yeah, we're streaming. You got something to say, kid?
I don't care if you're mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel.
That's a great idea for our episode. We should have
Title of the episode, Patrick versus Tom.
I already named it. Don't yuck my yum.
Okay.
We can do Wednesday show that. And well, here, I can already.
Why did Mason say a clock 25 or a Tom 25?
Because one time I left Mason hanging out for 45 minutes.
He does that, Mason.
Oh, Erica sent us the commercial. What are you doing? Come on in here.
Oh, this seems bad.
Say hi to YouTube. Hi. All right, guys, ready. Mason, 1 o'clock.
Who are you going for tonight?
Yeah, Colin, who do you want to win tonight? Your fucking boyfriend Tom Brady or your boyfriend Patrick Mahomes?
Going for Patrick, huh? Patrick over Tom? Good for you.
He doesn't get it either. We just realized that the Super Bowl is Patrick versus Tom.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but I did.
I can't find
What the hell's your hat say?
Reaper Crew?
I thought I said something cool like coming out of the or something.